what's one of your favorite life lessons that's kind of stuck with you over the years?
Uh, probably something I always say. I say this is like my personal quote. Like when I die, this will be the quote that people know that I've always said is, feel the fear and just do it anyway.
I
And
love that.
that has been I say that all the time because people will say to me, especially like looking at Black Girls Wine and the society and everything that I've been able to grow, and they're like, "Oh, you're so courageous, like you're so brave," and I'm like, I don't think I'm brave. I think that I felt the fear and I just did it anyway. I did it scared. Every business move I've ever made, you just do it scared, and doing it scared, you're able to beat the fear. That's what makes you courageous, not because you did it, but because you beat it.
Yes, that is so key. I just want to like sit and let that soak in because it's so true, right? Like we think like all of these thoughts, what if it doesn't work out? What if this was a better option? It's like all of these things, especially when you're coming time to make a crucial decision. That's where doubt seems to creep in the most. And just having that confidence to know like that you've made the right decision, that you are on the right track and kind of just stand in your proof is so crucial. And so you talk about doing it afraid, but I know that some people are like that fear is paralyzing and it's preventing them from going forward. So what recommendations do you give to, prospective entrepreneurs or people who are looking to, engage upon this new life? What advice do you have for doing it afraid?
A question that I will challenge you to ask yourself is, if this never happens, what is that going to feel like for me? Because a lot of times we're like, oh my God, I'm scared to do it. I'm scared to launch this business. But if you never launch that business, will you continue to live paycheck to paycheck? If you never take the leap, if you never ask for the raise, if you never step out and take the chance, your life remains the same. And if
Right.
you are okay with your life remaining the same because it's just that great, then you don't have to feel the fear and do it anyway. But if at any point you have not been happy with where you are, you have to look at the consequences of what it will feel like for you to stay exactly where you are. Are you going to be disappointed in yourself? Are you going to feel sad that you see all these other people living their dreams and you didn't? One thing that you hear a lot of successful entrepreneurs, influencers say is that I wish I had started taking it more serious sooner. That's what
Mm-hmm.
everybody says.
Yeah.
And it's because you really do. Like a lot of times you feel it, you've got that idea. Imagine if I had quit my job in January when my husband told me to, how much further along the society would be, right? Like for it to not have launched until August. Like, and so you have to think about that. Like, how is it going to feel if you don't do it?
Yeah, that's so true. And I think back to when my what's now a consulting business, Fireside Insights, was just a blog. And I just wanted to go out there and tell stories, right? Tell people how to get interviews and how to be entrepreneurs. Like, I love that. I ate it up. And there was always something in the back of my mind being like, this is a business. You have to go and do this as a business. And I was like, this isn't a business. How am I going to make money off of this? This is a blog. And I didn't do anything. And I look back and just see all of the things that I've done. And when I actually quit my job, how I was able to just pull from the stuff that I'd done years ago. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this really was a business all along. I could have started so much longer ago. I should have stuck with it and been just like tenacious over time. And where would I be? Who knows? But we can't get, bogged down in those thoughts, but just knowing that like the steps you're taking now are getting you to where you want to be. And I think that people expect to like plant a seed and see a flower the next day, but y'all know that's not how gardening works. You
And it
plant,
changes. It
yeah, and that
changes. The
seed's in the
vision
ground.
will look.
It's in the ground. You don't see
Yeah.
it. It's in the dark, but it flourishes over time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your vision can change. The way that tree, that flower, like blooms, it changes, and that's okay too. Like you're allowed to change course and change track. But I think that staying stagnant in a place where you are feeling that you can and should be doing more, that is such a, I don't want to say dangerous and make it sound like this do or die thing, but it's, you live a life unfulfilled when you do that.